Hey, what's up?
Hello.
All right, we're just gonna kind of get this all shared and everything before we start.
I am Carrie, Amy's friend.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? We're here. We're gonna be talking about Young Living essential oils, and we're gonna be opening up our premium starter kit. Okay. So I'm just gonna share this real quick, and then I'll be right there. Everything before we start. Okay. So we're going.
Nice to meet you all. Where is everybody coming from for this live? I'm from Long Island. I don't know if you know where that is. That's in New York. And we're here right now in the Poconos.
Yeah, all the snow is starting to melt, so that's really great.
Looking forward to holiday weekend, so happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, Easter passed over, whatever, happy spring.
I'm just excited for all the growth and everything that's going to be coming for spring. That's a big thing.
New beginnings, season of change, hopefully warmer weather pretty soon.
Okay.
The snow has melted for the most part.
Yeah, that's like the best part is all the snow going away. I like snow like right around Christmas, and that's about it.
And that's about it. Yep. I'm with you.
Then after Christmas, it's like, I could do without the snow. So.
White Christmas, and then I'm ready for summer.
Yeah, and the spring is always good because we're like vibrational beings, first of all, so we vibrate at different frequencies, and the sun like really just kind of charges up that vibration. I always feel so good after a day out in the sun, out in the wilderness, everything.
Absolutely. So. And grounding too, right? Like when it's warmer out, you can go out and ground and put your feet in the soil or on the sand if you live on an island or near a beach or whatever,
All those things will help, ground you, especially if you're feeling like really worked up or really, stressed out. Just taking, a day, maybe even just an hour to go out into nature, like really does do wonders for your mind, body, and your soul.
Yeah.
So, hey, everybody, I see some people are starting to come in. So, feel free to, announce yourself in the comments, welcome. I'm just sharing some of the link to the video right now, so.
Oh, Kim joins us. Hi, Kim.
Hey. So, let's see, where is this one at? Pocono. All right, there we go. Okay, so we got one person and it's Kim, so that's good. So I shared it to a few places, so hopefully some people are going to be on. But what I think that we should really do is just kind of start going through some of, the presentation. And as more people join us, hopefully, we can answer some questions and as we go over our premium starter kit, okay? All right, so first of all, Young Living is a great company, and I recently joined, and these guys are, wonderful people. They are very knowledgeable. They have a huge network of people, and I've learned so much about what essential oils can do for me mentally, physically, and spiritually. So when I first started with Young Living, I invested in my starter kit, and I came across some really awesome essential oils. And what we're going to really do today is kind of go over, what essential oils are, how do they work, and, how they can benefit you in your life. So, all right. So, I'm going to introduce you to Carrie.
Hello.
This is the person who introduced me to Young Living, as I said earlier. And she's just kind of go over a little bit, brief overview of what they are and, what they could do for you.
So if you join Young Living, you are connected to Amy and I, and we have a huge team of people. We're in every state in the United States, and we're in actually 36 countries. Try Harming Oilers is in 36 countries. So it doesn't matter where you live. If you're like, oh, well, I don't live on Long Island, or oh, I don't live in the Poconos, it doesn't matter because obviously we're coming to you live right now. That's the power of the internet and technology and everything. So we have a fabulous online community of like-minded individuals. People are looking to better themselves, their health, their lives in every aspect. Young Living offers wellness, purpose, and abundance. It's healing of the whole man, like Amy was saying earlier, like your emotions, your mind, your spirit, your physical well-being, your body, your health. So that's what Young Living has to offer. They're a multifaceted company. So why we love them so much is because, essential oils are getting very popular now, right?
Yeah.
It's like people are really waking up to getting in tune with vibrational healing, energy healing, and plant therapy. I mean, it's potent plant medicine. That's what it is. Essential oils, very potent plant medicine.
I think a lot of Well, the thing is too is that people are looking for real relief, and improvement in their lives that are different from traditional ways of healing and from bettering ourselves, and I find that these natural products, don't come with such hard, side effects. They definitely are better for our bodies, for our minds, and those are the kinds of things that really drew me to Young Living. The fact is that I'm just kind of I'm a spiritual kind of, I wouldn't say guru, but I'm really into crystals and energy work. And this product has been real complementary to the things that I want to do. So before you even get started with the oils, I'm going to, kind of show you how I use them with the crystals. Now, when we talk about everything being a vibrational frequency, crystals also vibrate at a vibrational frequency. So when you put an essential oil on the crystal and infuse it, essentially you are raising that vibrational frequency of that crystal and that stone. And I find that when you apply an essential oil to a crystal, that it really just brings up the love and light of the crystal. And I find it very useful to use essential oils in tarot card readings, and also in my crystal healing sessions. So before I use, crystals in a session, I'll essentially use it to charge, re-cleanse, and activate the power that's in, inside of these crystals.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So
you could really use it for literally anything and everything. Amy's talking about with crystals. I mean, you could literally, just get just as an example, like a little bottle of oil here and replace so much chemical junk and garbage and toxicity in your house, even with just like cleaners, let's say, like ditching the Clorox or the Lysol or whatever it is that you clean with and use some essential oils instead. Or a product from Young Living that's chemical-free and essential oil infused. So, it's awesome. And we're actually going to go through all the different oils that you would get 12 in this premium starter kit. And we're actually going to go through all 12 and why you would want it and what you would use it for and everything like that. So.
Yeah, so we can go over some of the essential oils, and I can tell you just from having them in my life for the past, what would you say, 3-4 months maybe?
Yeah.
I've used them a lot for, helping me combat some of the symptoms that were of the flu, That was definitely something that essential oils, helped me definitely survive, I guess, for lack of a better word. And, like I said, I got through that horrible illness without using, major, pharmaceuticals or anything like that, just using essential oils to essentially reduce the symptoms that I was feeling. Now, I'm not going to say that it's a cure-all or it's going to, make anything magically disappear. That's not what we're trying to say here. These products are definitely something that, are good for enhancing and for, just an alternate way to kind of, deal with the stuff that life throws at us, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not treating, diagnosing, or telling you what to do. I know I could tell you from my personal experience, I always go to an oil first. I don't use pharmaceuticals. I just don't. So, I'm not telling anyone that they should live their life how I do, but just like I'm vegan, for instance, I'm not going to tell people that they have to be vegan. If they want to ask me what my dietary choices look like, I'll be more than happy to tell them, but that's a personal choice. So, for me personally, before I go to a doctor or take a prescription, I haven't in years, many, many years. So I'll just use something natural instead. And I'm alive and thriving, so everything is working out really great. So,
yeah, so that's pretty much what I also emphasize, is that everything is an individual path. So what works for us may not work for you, and vice versa. I think that it's just kind of important to figure out what it is that works for you, and this is just one part and one piece of the puzzle that's really helped me devolve, spiritually especially. So
yeah.
All right, so what do you say? You want to,
let's dive in.
Yeah,
let's dive in.
Let's start talking about some of our essential oils that we got going on. I see we have some people here. Welcome to everybody. I'm sorry that I'm not addressing people personally, but if you, have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and we'll take a look at them and explore those options as well, okay? All right. So which one do you want to start with first?
Why don't you go with lavender? Because you like that one, right?
Yeah,
that's your favorite?
Yeah, this is lavender right here. Okay.
And most people know what that is. I feel
Yeah.
like
So lavender obviously is, made from lavender. And my favorite thing to do with lavender is I love to diffuse lavender. So, I usually put in about 6 drops, to get, a decent sized room, if you like it a little on the heavier side, add a little bit more. If it's too heavy for you, add a little bit less.
In a diffuser, she's talking.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to run and get that
Okay,
because that
yeah.
comes in your kit. We forgot to bring it in this room. But once you get your premium starter kit that comes with the 11 oils and the sample packets, which we'll get to, it also comes with a diffuser. So
okay, yeah,
I'll grab that and show you.
I'm going to talk a little bit about lavender. Okay. Now, a lot of times before bed, I like to diffuse lavender because it helps me calm down and it helps me relax. So when you're talking about, lavender, it's definitely something that can promote those kinds of things. I know that, just kind of being around it helps me just really just kind of focus, and it's one of my favorites to diffuse. And I will tell you that there are certain essential oils, okay, that are better for different purposes. So you can diffuse them, you can, with Young Living, you can ingest them, and with the third, you can, what's the third one? It's diffuse, ingest, and you can use topically, so you can put it on your skin. And that's one of the benefits to Young Living. So there's tons of different essential oil companies out there. Now, essential oil is, with Young Living, it's the only one that you can really ingest. And you have to be careful sometimes when you're using other products because you don't really know where their suppliers come from. With lavender and all the essential oils, they all come from the same seed farm. So they're very well aware of the type of product that they have, and they will literally scrap an entire harvest if it doesn't meet their quality standards.
Yeah.
And that's called the seed to seal.
Seed to seal. And just to add to what Amy's saying, you can actually go to seedtoseal.com. It's a website. And you can watch all these different videos on the seed to seal process. It's a patented 5-step process that Young Living has and does. And they're the only oils company in the world that own their own farms. So that's really, really important when considering buying essential oils.
Yeah, because, like I said, just knowing where the plant came from, how it was cared for, it's very, very important because you're putting these things on your body, your skin, and adjusting them. So
and ingesting them, yeah. That's huge because there's no synthetics added to these oils. It's just 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oil. It's not cut with any chemical filler. There's no synthetic additive. So if you're going to your local drugstore and you're seeing something that's saying an essential oil, well, legally there's no law that states other than 5% of it being an essential oil that they actually need to label what is in that bottle. So you really don't know what is in there aside from 5% oil. So buyer beware. It's a very serious thing because oils have become so popular because of Young Living launch officially in 1994, and oils have just become all the rage. It's like, you have to be very aware, and that's why it's so cool because Young Living owns their own farms and they're the only oils company that does. That means any one of us, Amy or I'm going in there in September to one of the farms, and anyone can go. Like anyone could just go to, and you don't even have to be a member. That's, to me, I thought it was like, oh, members only. No, you don't even have to be a member. You just say, hey, I want to check out this farm, and you can just go. And it's like, it's open door policy. Like they're not hiding anything, which is so cool. So they're not a broker. There's not a third party. It's literally from their farm to your door.
Definitely.
Your home, your family.
So that was one of the biggest things for me too. Was just knowing where the product came from.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little about lavender, okay?
And lavender as a good thing. I'm sorry, I missed because I went and grabbed the diffuser, but I don't, as spring is approaching, hopefully sooner rather than later, but some people, I'm not one of them, but some people have that seasonal change with the
seasonal depression,
or even with the, allergy, like if it's like outside there, the trees, the, what do they call that with the?
It's like pollen.
Pollen, like, some people really suffer with that. And it's like, you don't have to, just take some lavender oil, just cup it over your hands and breathe it in. You could put a drop on your tongue. It's very strong tasting, but, whatever, if you can handle it, or just breathe it in, put it on topically, whatever. You don't have to suffer with the seasonal change, you know?
Yeah, you know, and if, you know, you've tried some stuff in the past and you haven't really got the results you like, you know, it's really not going to, you know, it's not going to hurt you to try them to see if what they do for you. And that's kind of, you know, what we're emphasizing here. So, all right. So let's see, what essential oil would you like to discuss next?
All right. Maybe we'll stick with the straight ones for now.
Okay.
How about peppermint? Peppermint's really awesome. Good for so many things. You know, some of these oils, they're like the Swiss Army knife of oils. Like you can never, I feel like you can't go wrong with lavender, peppermint, or frankincense.
Nope.
I mean, when in doubt, grab one of those. You know, like it's not, your body knows. I mean, also the oils carry an intelligence with them. You know, this is a living product. Is it okay for kids? Yes, it's okay for kids and animals. We have even a line for babies. We have a line for children. We have a line for our pets. So, you know, if you need to dilute it a little bit, you would just cut it with, like, say, a coconut oil or an olive oil, just to, like, dilute it a little bit. But if there's a specific product that you're looking for, like I said, we have Kid Sense, which is for kids. We have Seedlings, which is for babies. And we have Animal Sense, which is for animals. But going back to the peppermint, you know, it's awesome. I mean, think of anything digestive, right? Think of, sometimes I'm Italian, right? And we love our garlic. And it's like, sometimes I just want to refresh, you know, I'm running out the door. I don't have time to brush my teeth. I'll put a drop or two on my tongue. I know it sounds silly, but I mean, you could use this to freshen your breath. You could use it for muscle discomfort, any kind of bone tension, any kind of upset stomach, or if you're too hot, right? You're sitting outside and it's summer and it's 90 degrees and you're just boiling. Put a little of this on the back of your neck. It's going to cool you off. I mean, there's so many uses for peppermint. Right? It's like
peppermint's really been like a universal one too. Yeah. And you know what I will say too, it's really nice to diffuse, you know? Yeah. It's got that you know, that really nice, just free, like fresh, clear. I can't, you know, it's hard to sit here and do this without being able to smell it, but I love diffusing peppermint because it brings out, it just smells so clean, you know, it's just positive, you know. Anytime you walk into a room that's diffusing peppermint, you just automatically feel, you know, I feel uplifted. So that's one of my favorite.
It is, and it's really it awakens you.
Yeah, that's it too.
It's like you smell that first thing in the morning, or some lemon, and you are like, it is just opening you up. It is waking you up. It is like so good for like just that grogginess, you know, especially in the morning.
Definitely, you know,
100%.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorites. So I'll definitely put that there. So
yeah.
All right.
What about you want to talk about frankincense? I know you like
frankincense. Oh, yes. Frankincense is by far my favorite essential oil. Okay. Not only do I love the way it smells, I use it to diffuse, I use it to ingest, and I use it on my hands and especially my crystals. So when we're talking about charging my crystals, a drop of frankincense will raise the vibration of that crystal very significantly. Okay, and there's just something about before I go into a session, okay, if I add a few drops, it literally cleanses the crystal for me. So it's the equivalent of saging a crystal, of putting it underwater, putting it under the moonlight, sunlight, all of those things. It's just another method of cleansing, charging, and reactivating.
Yeah, frankincense is really good for spiritual, you know, like, you know, just fumigating the area, like in a diffuser, like this. You know, just diffusing it, and like you're saying, instead of sage, it's also very grounding. Yeah. So if you're like just like running around crazy, you're like a chicken with no head, you're running around trying to do too much, and you just feel like maybe you drank too much caffeine or whatever, and you need to come down from that, and you need to like chill out for a second, this is awesome for grounding. Yeah. So many uses, and some people, I'm one of them. I take it internally every day in a capsule. And why I started doing that was for, you know, different health needs. My body needed support for certain health issues that I was going through, and I needed an immune system boost. And I also needed to shrink some cysts in my body. So that's, if you want to check out further, you can go to pubmed.gov and read about frankincense with, just shrinking different things in the body that, that could be a concern for some people. I'll just leave it at that. We're trying to stay, compliant here, but, do the research yourself. Go on pubmed.gov and type in frankincense oil and just some other things and see what you find,
Yeah.
Maybe it speaks to you. I don't know.
There's tons of studies out there that we encourage everybody to go out and do the research. If you have a problem in your life that you're coming across and you don't find any solutions that are, working or anything like that, feel free to dig deep into, alternate things, because there are tons of other options out there available to help people that aren't exactly known. And I'm a big believer of we have to work for everything in this life, including our own happiness. So that means digging deep and putting it into the work to do the things that are going to make us feel better and to be happy. So,
yeah.
And also another thing with frankincense. Okay, now frankincense is also really good for, warding off negative energy. So for my energy people out there who are, empaths and sponges like me who just absorb the energy around people all the time, this is very good to keep all of that negative energy at bay. To cleanse it, to transmute it, to just kind of, push it away, because anytime we have any negative attached to us or around us or influencing us, that's blocking positive energy from coming in and making good experiences for our lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point. That's awesome.
One of my favorites. Frankincense is by far my favorite.
Yeah, it's a great, just all around, really, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but Swiss Army knife of oils, when in doubt, grab frankincense or lavender or peppermint. I mean, those three right there, they're just incredible tools to have on you, just for anything that life throws at you might pop up, So now why don't we go with the lemon?
Okay, yeah.
So remember, you're getting, in this kit, you get 11 essential oils and a diffuser and some samples too. So lemon, I personally, I'll just tell you what I like to do with lemon. I like to put it in my water and drink it.
Yeah.
Because, with anything that's a citrus oil, actually comes from the rinds, not the fruit. So you just want to keep that in mind. So if people are worried about, I hear about, oh, citrus could, wear off the enamel on your teeth. So you don't actually have to worry about that when you consume a citrus oil, because it comes from the rind. And years ago, I used to really be into juicing and stuff like that. It's a lot of work. I mean, I'll admit it. Juicing, it's got a lot of great benefits, but it's a lot of work because you're shopping for the produce, you're doing the juicing, you're cleaning up after. It's like a big to-do. So you have to really be committed to it if you're going to do it. And juicers that I followed, they would always say, make sure your citrus oil, your citrus fruits are organic, and then you want to juice the rind, because the most benefit, believe it or not, from that citrus fruit is from the rind. So that's where we get our oil from, is from the rind.
I did not know that.
So it's really high in this component called D-limonene. And you can just do some studies on PubMed about D-limonene and just how incredible it is for building up your immune system and fighting off dis-ease. So we say dis-ease or discomfort, right? So you want to live above the wellness line. Don't wait till it's too late, Just be healthy. Just, live in an abundance of wellness. And you can do that, now. Start now. So one of the things I do is I drink lemon in my water every day. And we also have in the kit Citrus Fresh. So that comes with your kit, and that also has lemon in it, but it also has many other. It has orange, it has tangerine, it has grapefruit, and it has a hint of spearmint. So Citrus Fresh is really awesome too. And, some people like it because it helps to burn up fat. That's not the reason why I drink it per se, but I really like the cleansing and detox benefits that come with citrus rinds and citrus oils. So that's why I like to drink it throughout the day, especially if only once in the morning, because I like to, first thing in the morning, have that detox, So I will either reach for lemon or Citrus Fresh, either one, and sometimes both. So that it's a great you get that in the kit. So
Yeah,
it's really
so
nice to have.
it's really cool. And like I said, the starter kits really just kind of show me, how to use them. Essentially, I like it because it just gave me a whole variety of different things that I get to, use and play with and see what it's going to do for my life. And, I've come across some really great essential oils. I haven't come across one I haven't liked yet, so that's definitely a plus.
And we call it a starter kit because it's not the ending kit. Young Living has like over 300 oils, or like close to 300, something like that, between their singles and their blends. So, we don't want to overwhelm people and be like, oh, well, which out of 300 do you want? Or do you want all 300? So people, if they're new to oils, they don't know, so we don't want to overwhelm people. So we give them the starter kit because it's the best bang for your buck. You get the awesome diffuser, you get the 11 most versatile and potent oils, and it's kind of like, an everyday oils kit. And what I mean by that, it's stuff you would reach for like every day, like your common, like everyday things like, oh, I stubbed my toe. Oh, I ate too much pasta. I need a little help falling asleep. Like your common everyday things that maybe you would have a first aid kit for, your medicine cabinet, whatever, you could replace it with a toxic and chemical-free, all-natural alternative to that, and have it just be as strong and, so much better for your body.
And that's what I feel too. I'm just looking for like alternative stuff because we look at, a lot of the chemicals, a lot of the products and everything that they're putting out there in the world. I think I learned from you guys that, every time we wake up, we expose ourselves to the chemicals in our fabric softener, in our shampoos, our soaps, those kinds of things, and things that, that they're right there on the bottle, but they're just so, I guess, unknown of what they are that, people overlook those kinds of things. So when we talk about things like, why is things rising? Like, why are diseases rising? Why are things, why are health problems becoming so much more prevalent? And we really just have to take a look at like some of the roots to all that stuff on, really what's going in our food and what's going in our bodies and all of that kind of stuff. And once we start looking at those things and making the changes in our life, then we can start reaping the benefits, of living a, toxic-free lifestyle. And I'm not going to say I'm not perfect. I just started on this journey. What I can say is that these guys, they inspire me because, I see the way that, that everything is, and it's really cool, and it's really been knowledgeable, and it's really inspired me on my journey to, be better every day. It's not something that happens overnight. Change never happens overnight. So, but by starting today and by doing one thing at a time, we can really just, make that accumulate until weeks, into months, into years, and then that's really where the true change occurs, I feel. So.
It's like, give it the 90-day challenge. Okay, that's 3 months. 90 days, it'll cycle through your system. Your cells will turn over, create healthy new cells. You owe it to yourself to do that because we can't control everything, right? But we are responsible for what we put in and on our bodies. Like Amy was saying, in the morning, I think statistically it's like crazy. We're exposed to, hundreds of chemicals throughout our day, be it shampoos, deodorants, like things like that. Like things we can't, if you walk out your door and you're smelling the exhaust in the car in front of you, chances are you can't help that, but you can help what you're putting in your body, on your skin. That's why Young Living, they take their essential oils and they have a line of personal care products and nutritional supplements. So they take a really good chemical-free product and then they infuse it with their oils. So you can actually get healthier by washing your hair, by putting on body lotion, by washing your dishes or whatever, So it's really incredible. And actually, why don't we talk about Thieves? Because speaking of cleaning and all of that, they have a whole line of, they have a Thieves household cleaner, they have a laundry soap, a dish soap, all infused with this Thieves essential oil. And why Thieves is so awesome, it has, I wish you guys could smell this, but it has cinnamon and clove, That's mostly what it is. So that the cinnamon and clove smell is what you'll smell the most. But there's also lemon in there, rosemary, and eucalyptus radiata. So it's a really, really awesome blend for killing any kind of germs, any kind of bacteria, any kind of virus, any kind of fungus, you name it. So, you know, that's why they put it in the Thieves Household Cleaner, because you could literally get healthy as you clean your toilet. You can literally get healthy as you wash your floor. And guess what? It's safe enough to use around babies, children, and your pets. So you don't have to worry about that Lysol and Clorox and all that stuff with the chemicals and breathing it in and wearing a mask and wearing gloves, because Thieves is so good for your body. I know, like, okay, I taught music for almost 10 years to kids, like anyone of all ages, but predominantly kids. And there were, you know, winter months, actually really fall throughout winter, it was just a germ factory. It was a germ fest. And, you know, they're young and they're not like aware and conscious like we would be with washing hands and don't sneeze on somebody, don't cough on somebody, you know. They're kids, so they just all would spread the germs and all of that. So I kid you not, like, I would spray my keyboard down. I had the Thieves, they have it in a spray bottle. You could actually get it in a spray bottle, and I would take that to the lessons every day. And after every kid, wouldn't you believe it, I was spraying my keyboard down, because I was like, I am not touching the same keyboard as they did, because I know they did not wash their hands. They were coughing, they were sniffling, they were rubbing their nose. And, you know, I was not about to get sick with whatever they had. So between the Thieves and this awesome product that we have, it's a juice, it's called Ningxia Red. I would drink that every day to keep my immune system up. So I was resistant to catching these things that they had. And I can tell you, as God is my witness, especially this year, I don't know if anyone noticed about this year in particular, but I saw people, even on Facebook, whatever, people were complaining and dropping like
people
flies.
were sick. I know.
They were like, they were getting flus, they were getting strep, they were getting virus, they were getting one thing after the next. And some people were getting it multiple times. Yeah. And I thought, oh my gosh. So, like, literally, I swear to you, that Ningxia Red juice and the Thieves and certain oils and things literally saved my life. I didn't have anything this whole winter, nothing. Not even a scratch in my throat, not even a tiny sore throat, not a sneeze, not a cough, not a runny nose, nothing. And people were sick for months. So it just goes to show you, it's like, you don't have to be sick. You don't have to fall victim to these things. You have the Thieves, you have these oils, you have Ningxia Red, and your life can go on.
Essentially, you know, when you get sick and everything like that, a lot of it is where you're vibrating as a person, you know, and as an energetic being, you know. A lot of times, you know, the higher you can keep your vibration, the less likely you are to, you know, contract, you know, those kinds of things. And I will tell you my experience with Thieves this wintertime during that horribleness. Now, I'm not going to say I was completely immune from being sick, but what I will tell you is that when the sickness hit my house, okay, I had, you know, 4 people in the house who were sick, including kids. And I was the only person who, for a 2-week duration, did not have any symptoms or anything like that. I applied Thieves like crazy. I washed my hands like crazy. I took lemon and I took peppermint and I took, you know, I doubled up on the essential oils. And when it was, you know, my turn to have to, you know, being around, there's only so much, you know, I'm around sick children and people taking care of them, you know, as much as I like to claim it's a miracle, you know, being around that, there's only so much that it did for me. But I will tell you that what happened with me is that when it was my turn to go through that my symptoms were severely reduced compared to the other people in my house. Whereas I had, you know, one day of completely being down versus a week, you know, versus some of the other people in my house. Now you can equate it to some other things, but, you know, my boyfriend's around the same age, lives the same lifestyle, and he was, you know, down for a week, you know. So I attributed my my betterness, you know, to essential oils because, you know, like I said, you know, I was the only I was around everybody, I was doing the same things, and, you know, I just found that, you know, the essential oils, you know, really kind of just, you know, they saved me because I was able to take care of everybody else when everybody else was sick, you know, including the kids and everything. And it was just, it was good. And I give great thanks for all that stuff. So that's my experience with thieves. And
yeah, that's awesome.
there's a really cool story. I think you told me about them, about the origin of thieves, right? About how it was.
Actually, as legend has it, you know, obviously during the time of the plague, it was sweeping Europe and literally killing everyone it came in contact with. And you know, side note, I was in London in summer of '04. And, you know, when you ride those buses, that's a touristy thing. So we rode the bus a bunch of times, and they were telling us, I mean, yeah, it was like, you know, it was a huge part of European history and, you know, very, very real. And that's what they talk about on the tour bus. So, you know, it was sweeping all of Europe, and people were passing away left and right from this. And, you know, there were a group of botanists who concocted this blend. And what I said earlier, it was clove, cinnamon bark, lemon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And what they did was they put it on themselves, and they would make like breathing masks with the oils on it, those particular ones. And they actually went around and they robbed dead bodies, and they broke into homes of the deceased to steal their valuables and their goods. And that, you know, that's how they made their money, was by robbing the dead people. And eventually the French magistrate caught up with them and said, you know, we'll spare your life if you tell us how are you alive? Like, how is this even possible? So they gave them the recipe, and the name Thieves stuck ever since then. That's how, you know, the name just stuck. So
yeah, so that's definitely an interesting story. I always think about that. It's you know, immunity. That's definitely a word that comes to mind when I think of the word thieves. So
yeah.
All right, well, let's move on to another one, because we can sit here and talk all day.
Yeah, we could just talk an hour about thieves if we want to. Yeah. So
maybe we'll do a live video on just on thieves, right? You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So how about Digize? We'll do another blend. So Digize is a blend. And just kind of like how it sounds, think of Digize, think of digestion, right? So a lot of people, more than you think, maybe they're not all telling you, but people have issues with that. Whether it's food allergy related, or, you know, say you ate too much pasta or too much bread, or something that doesn't agree with you. The Italians call it agita. You know, whatever it is that's going on with your digestive tract, your digestive system, there's a whole slew of things it could be with people with digestive issues. So just think of Digize. Really, really potent and powerful blend. I will tell you now, it's a strong smell. I mean, some people don't like it. I'm kind of like whatever about it. It smells very earthy to me, you know, because it's got that fennel, tarragon, ginger, just herbs that are like great for digestion. And obviously I say the word herb, but we know that an herb is there's nothing wrong with herbs, but they're dried out. So they're essentially kind of dead because they're dried out, and they don't vibrate. Okay, so with this, and Amy's very big into the vibrational healing, we get along so well because we talk about that a lot. But when you get an essential oil, it's vibrating very high because it is still living. This is still alive. Okay, so it's very potent and powerful. Little goes a long way. All you need is like one drop. Okay, so this will last you a long time, and here's like 85 to 100 drops. Yeah. So, you know, you might not have digestive issues all the time, so this might last you a while. You know, I don't know, unless you're using it, you need it right now because you're going through a thing, and you might need to use it all the time. But, you know, just remember, this is potent and powerful. This is vibrating, and it's still alive. You want to hear something wild that I learned a few months ago from a lady who's a scientist as well as a naturopathic doctor. They did an experiment where they took an oil. I don't know if I told you this, but we'll hear it again. It's a cool. To me, it was like awesome. I thought it was so cool. But they put it through. I don't remember if she said it was a CAT scan machine or an MRI. I'll have to go back to rewatch her video. But they put it through one of those diagnostic testing machines. It's probably a CAT scan, but it was one of the two. And so they measured, you can, if you're interested, Dr. Bruce Tanio came up with this technology to measure what things vibrate at, like different frequencies and whatever. That's a whole nother topic. We can even talk about that sometime. That's like, because like the human brain and body vibrate at like 72 megahertz, let's say, and then like if you need to raise your vibrational frequency, go with an oil that's like higher than that. You know, it's just this is a whole nother topic.
Yeah, but I think we're just going real deep in here. We're just trying to look.
I'll try to keep it like really not too deep. But so anyway. So this is a living thing, right? So they put it through this diagnostic testing machine, and it came back and it stopped vibrating. It was like dead. It was like they killed it. They killed like the CAT scan like killed it. It was within 20 minutes it was back to the full, like to how it was before it went in the machine, like it had never gone in the machine.
Wow, that's crazy.
So think of like, okay, what we're exposed to in terms of radiation, right? There's Wi-Fi, there's your cell phone. People live on their cell phones. I'm guilty of it too. You know, I'm not saying I don't do it.
It's just so integrated into our society.
Yes,
it's hard not to, like, we're on it right now, like talking to everybody.
We're on the laptop. So with the Wi-Fi, if you go and get x-rays, if you go to an airport, if you go through the machines, if you fly on a plane, if you get an MRI, if you get a CAT scan, you're getting EMFs, you're getting radiation. Whether you know it or like it or not, I'm telling you it's happening. So what can you do to combat that? You can use essential oils, because the proof was in the pudding. The oil came back to life before it went in that machine. Exactly, like you couldn't tell the difference. So 2 years ago, I suffered an injury and went through a lot of testing. Unfortunately, I was not happy about it, but we needed to see the images, right? So what did I do afterwards? I loaded up with oil, because I just didn't want all that radiation. I wanted it to be out of my body. So I just oiled up afterwards. So just food for thought, and, you know, hopefully that helps somebody.
Yeah, definitely. So it doesn't look like we have many viewers, but, you know, we're going to be using this video, you know, in the future and stuff. So
yeah, and you know what?
Going through,
yeah, someone will watch this after, and something will grab you, and one of these things will speak to you, if not more than one. Yeah,
I'll have it too, you know, time of day, you know, all those kinds of things. So we're just gonna keep trucking along. I'm having a nice time.
Yeah, so. It's fun. It's always fun getting together with your friends and talking about oils and energy healing and health and all
you know,
that.
you can reach out too, because, you know, we do presentations all the time. If you want to come down, you know, you want to, you know, actually smell, touch, feel, all that stuff, you know, reach out to me, and we can set up a time and an appointment, and we can totally go over this in person as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So what next one do you want to?
Let's see. Okay, maybe you talked about lavender, right?
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we talk about Raven? Okay, Raven is a great respiratory oil. Okay, so anything that's going on with your respiratory system, you know, in your chest, in your nasal passages, in your head, like your whole, they say singers will know, they call it the mask, which is like right here. So like anything that's just right in that area, or your chest, anything respiratory, you just go for Raven. It's awesome. It's got, I think, 3 or 4 different species of eucalyptus that'll just open you up so you can breathe. My stepfather swears by it. We have in this house, or they have, I should say, 2 dogs and 3 cats, and he has allergy-induced asthma. But, you know, like when you have pets, they become a part of your family, and that's just, you're not going to get rid of them and whatever. So he swears by the respiratory oils. So he loves Raven, you know. So yeah, that's, you know, personally, thankfully, that's one thing that I don't struggle with, but, you know, some people, it's very real for them, and they suffer daily, and they don't have to. Just use Raven oil, you know?
See, now when I got my kit, I didn't have Raven. Okay, so this is what's coming in the new kit. But what I can say is that, you know, just kind of smelling it here and everything, right away, my senses just kind of, you know, they just open up. So, and I think, what was it, the equivalent with RC, which is another essential oil. That's really another one that had helped me through, you know, the winter and this cold for sure. So, but like I said, this one's got like a real nice citrusy smell to it.
And it's definitely a lot of eucalyptus in there, and even a hint of wintergreen. So it's a nice blend, you know, so it'll really help somebody. And speaking of wintergreen, we have this blend called Panaway. There used to be an I, if you follow where I'm going with that, but we had to take the I out because of different regulation reasons. But this has wintergreen in it as well, which I don't know if you guys knew this, but wintergreen, I think, and peppermint, if you use like something like a drop, I can get the actual number for you because I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head, but it's equivalent to like Tylenol. Like, yeah. So with this, you wouldn't ingest it. You would just apply it topically. Okay. So anywhere there's muscle tension, any kind of discomfort, physical discomfort on your body, your muscles, your bones, your ligaments, your joints. So you just had like a crazy workout at the gym, or you're like, wow, I could like really use some support right now. Panaway, it's awesome. So it's got that peppermint, it's got that wintergreen. It also has clove, which is nice for heat as well. So it's like icy hot, you know, like the cooling and the heat. And then it has helichrysum in it. So helichrysum is a flower that comes from Croatia. We actually have a farm in Croatia, and we grow helichrysum there. And it's really good for your nervous system. So this is an awesome, awesome blend. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see. I think, do we only have 2 more left to talk about?
Yeah.
Did we talk about 9 already? Okay. So we'll talk about copaiba for a second. Why I use this also internally every day with my frankincense. I use copaiba and of course the citrus oils, but the copaiba is really, it's like an oil amplifier. So anything you're using internally, you're using aromatically, like you're diffusing it, you're using it topically, you want to like have it go even deeper. This is your amplifier, okay? This is really good for any sort of, how do I say this, like leveling out like in your body so you're not inflamed. If you can sort of catch my drift on that.
Okay, yeah,
but what's really cool about this is like, okay, so you know that people are really all about like the hemp oil and the CBD oil, which has like countless benefits and all that. Just so you know, the CBD content in copaiba essential oil is stronger than in the hemp oil, okay? Yeah. So it has, I think it's like beta carotenoids is what the scientific name is, something like that, if I'm saying it right. The content is stronger in this oil than in actual CBD hemp oil.
Yeah, okay. She really knows a lot about this stuff for
and
sure.
it's great for digestion as well. So I add this with I put frankincense in this in a capsule every day, and I take it for the things that I had gone through. So yeah, it's awesome. And now I know you like that one.
Yeah, Stress Away. Yeah. This is a really cool one right here. All right, this is one of my favorites to diffuse and also just kind of cup in my hands. So the way that I like to do it is I just like to put 1 drop in my hands or 2, you know. There we go. And then what I do is I just kind of put my hands together like this. And I just bring in the citrusy smell. And it's called Stress Away for a reason, because just smelling it just, you know, just raises your vibration, and it just automatically just kind of sets me in the right kind of mind, you know. If I'm feeling really stressed out, or, you know, I got a whole bunch of things just kind of coming at me, you know, taking 2 seconds to drop it, go like that, and then go back to what I'm doing. Just kind of overall enhances it.
I think sometimes stress is like kind of unavoidable. We could even like be like, I'm here from Long Island right now, zending out in the Poconos, but like, you know, just driving back there, like that's a stressful drive. I mean, you know, like the traffic, the bridges, the tolls, the like, you name it, there's always, sometimes stress is unavoidable, you know? So like, what are we doing to combat that, you know? So that, to me, this is very simple. It's like yoga in a bottle. Yeah. You know, we can't always be at a yoga class or meditating or whatever, but you can grab Stress Away and put it in your pocket or your purse or your bag. And it's a really, really nice blend. It's got like that lime, cedar wood. Yeah. There's a little lavender and copaiba in there. There's something called ocotea. There's a little vanilla. And I'm not a vanilla person. Let me just say that as like a disclaimer, because I always thought I hated vanilla. Like I hated like the fake vanilla smell
Yeah.
is what it, like Bath and Body Works vanilla, I think is what I really hated. Because when I love this oil and I love this smell. And this is coming from someone who hates vanilla. So if you're like a vanilla hater, please like don't think that you will still probably like this a lot, because I do.
And that's it. And then like when you have the smell on you, it's like it's just always there, and it's just really cool to just have it there, and you recognize it. And when you're feeling stressed, you're just like, ugh. And we're always putting our hands, you know, up to our face and stuff like that. So you might as well just kind of reap those benefits of, you know, raising your vibration and, you know, doing something naturally that's going to help you reduce some of that stress that's just, like she said, inevitable.
So yeah, so that's the premium starter kit in a nutshell. You get the 11 oils. You get a diffuser. This is the Dewdrop. They also have one called, it's in the other room, but it was on, so I didn't unplug it to take it in and show you guys, but it's called the Desert Mist. That one looks really cool too, and when you go to buy your kit, you can choose which diffuser that you want. The Desert Mist, they both light up and they both change colors. It's just a matter of what style you like. What I do like about the Desert Mist is it does have an option to flicker like a candle. I don't know, just for like the ambiance if you like that, because we stopped personally, like I don't burn incense or candles anymore just because of like the smoke, and also like I learned about 1 hour of candle burning is the equivalent of smoking 1 cigarette.
What?
So yeah, so I haven't burned candles now in a couple years, or incense, because you know that's just stuff that's going to get into your lungs that you don't need secondhand smoke, you know, like especially if you're not a smoker, you don't really want that. And so whereas if you breathe in oils from a diffuser, that's really good. Like you want it to go in your lungs because you want it to circulate through your bloodstream and your body, and you know, just bring that into your lungs and breathe that in for your health and well-being. So
yeah.
And you know what, just so you know what, maybe we'll show them like what the kit would look like. We went through all the oils, but you know, you would get the box. We took out the other portion, but you know, you would open your box, and then underneath your box, oops, I'm dropping stuff. You would open it, and then Amy took out, it comes with 2 of the juice samples that I was telling you earlier about the Ningxia Red. Now, the Ningxia Red is the antioxidant juice blend that I personally have been drinking every day for the last 3.5 years, because it was part of like just what I wanted to do to keep my body healthy and recover from certain things like that I was going through, like with my health, my immune system, different injuries, and dis-ease. So that was part of what I was doing every day. So I would drink the Ningxia Red juice. These are the packets. They also come in bottles, but you would get the 2 sample packets in the premium starter kit. And why this is so great, this is actually the highest antioxidant you can get on the planet. It comes from China. It's the Ningxia Wolfberry, and it actually has every amino acid that your body needs to live, to survive. So in theory, you could literally live off of this berry and like and live off of this one thing. I mean, that would be terribly boring, don't you think? Like, but I mean, that's how nutrient dense it is. It's like the equivalent. We have one slide. It tells you the antioxidant power of what it's equivalent to. And I've been vegan a very long time, and there's just no way that any vegan is eating that amount of fruit and vegetables in a week, let alone a day. So just 2 ounces a day of that, right? Yeah,
I'll definitely tell you that when I first started using this, that right away I felt the boost in my immune system. Like I felt so good. When I remember I was over here doing a presentation, and I tried it. I just literally felt it like in my body, and I was just all day long after I did it. I was like, yes, like let's go, like let's get it done. You know, it just gave me like that extra boost that that really just kind of helped me. You know, and I loved it. I love it ever since. Like this stuff is just it's delicious. It tastes really good.
It does. It does.
And it's just been it's just definitely just another complimentary product that I've used to just, help create wellness in my life. So.
And what's really, really cool about this, and actually all of Young Living supplements, is they're essential oil infused. So why that's important is that's maximum cellular delivery. So it's going right into your cells, that the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acids, they're going right into your cells. So you're not like, you know, some vitamins that you can buy like at the drugstore, you're just like peeing it out. Like, you know, this is going right into your body. And this actually has lemon, orange, tangerine, and yuzu oils. And yuzu is actually a Japanese fruit. And during, you know, cold and flu season in Japan, what the Japanese people do is they take the citrus rimes of the yuzu fruit and they make a hot bath and they actually bathe in the rimes. So that's really awesome. What does that tell you? And it's in this juice, okay? So what else is in the juice? Well, it's the puree actually of the wolfberry. Okay, so it's the puree. It's got blueberry, it has plum, it has sweet cherry, it has aronia, it has pomegranate, and it has grapeseed extract, okay, along with the 4 essential oils. So you want to add this, trust me. When I'm traveling, I bring the packets. If I'm staying put for a while, I use the bottles. It couldn't be more convenient to get all those, the antioxidant power of the fruits and vegetables, like in this 2-ounce little thing. Okay, so that's huge. So those 2 samples come in your kit. They also have a thieves, they do. They have a thieves kit. You could get a whole kit just of thieves. They have a whole Ningxia Red kit. You could get just of that. They have a whole makeup kit because now we have chemical-free mineral makeup. And some of the lip glosses are peppermint essential oil infused. That's a whole nother story. If you're into makeup, you could ask Amy or I about that. But we also have a line for men, babies, children, pets, personal care products, nutritional supplements.
They got a lot.
So here's the thing about that, right? Like, not to overwhelm people, but like, okay, chances are you took a shower today. Hopefully you brushed your teeth, you washed your hair, you put on body lotion, you know. Instead of buying those products at CVS or Target, where you're just buying like chemical-laden toxic products, why not switch to Young Living? Okay, because they're chemical-free and they're essential oil infused. So you actually get points back on everything you spend. Okay, so say I'm just making a number up, right? Say you spend $100. Okay, I'm going to spend $100. This is on a program they have called Essential Rewards. So you're like, I'm going to buy, this month I'm going to get Ningxia Red, I'm going to get the Thieves Household Cleaner and throw the Clorox out, I'm going to throw out the Lysol, and I want to try the deodorant and the toothpaste, okay? I'm just making this up here. Young Living will actually reward you. They call it Essential Rewards. They'll give you a free oil, that's first and foremost. Then they will give you points back on your orders. Right now, I'm up to 25% back. They start you out at 10, but you work your way up to 25% back. So that means if I spend $100 on stuff that I'm going to buy anyway, like at CVS or Target, I just switch stores, and now I get my stuff chemical-free and oil-infused. If I spend $100, I get $25 back, boom, already right in a savings account. And I just redeem my points for free products. Okay, so they're giving me free oils and points redeemable for anything I want. So that's why we love Essential Rewards, because we're not saying, oh, buy stuff you don't need. It's stuff you get anyway. You're just switching stores.
Yeah, and so yeah, there's definitely a huge benefit to it. Like I said, you get all natural products. You're not worrying about the byproducts, the chemicals, any of that stuff. So definitely for people who are looking for alternate lifestyle away from the toxins and everything, and, you know, really looking to invest in your future, you know, and your health, you know, that's kind of how I feel when I, you know, invested with this company. And, you know, I've had no regrets so far. So I'm here just kind of, you know, spreading the word about these products and what they've done for me. I can only speak for myself. And, you know, it's just been a really cool journey. And I'm still in the beginning stages of my Young Living journey. So I can't wait until I know as much as my friend over here, and definitely, you know, can help people, and that's really ultimately my goal. So,
and you know, that's really good, and that you hit on that subject too, because it kind of ties in with like how Young Living, they have a Young Living Foundation. They're always looking for ways to give back, always, to the members, to everyone, to the world. And aside from giving you free oils, aside from giving you points on your orders that are redeemable for more free products. They actually want to give you even more. So it's like, if you decide you want to share with your friends and family something that you're really passionate about, say that you tried, you know, lavender oil, and you're like, oh my God, I haven't, up until using Young Living lavender oil, I haven't slept in months, and now I'm sleeping. I just needed to get my sleep back. And you're so excited because what these oils and products have been doing for you in your life, and you decide to tell the people you care about, which is your friends and family, because you would do that anyway because you care about them. It's like, if your neighbor, you know, if you just care about people and want to see them healthy, you want to see them well, you don't want to see them suffer, you want to see them thriving in their health and their finances, and you say, you know what, there's a better way out there. You can, you know, just share your testimony of what the oils have done for you. Like kind of how I started. Like I had a real need physically. And I was like, I had tried for 18 years to like, I had tried everything for 18 years and nothing was helping me. And finally I came to oils and Young Living. And you know what? Like, people saw such a huge change in me and my health, and physically I was able to do things I could never do before. So sharing was so natural to me because I didn't want to see other people suffer. And my friends and family, like, I wanted to help them, what they were going through, and have their needs met. So literally I just started telling a few people, I was like, listen, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, you can try it for yourself and see how it works. And, you know, how does it work for you? And let me know. And then all of a sudden, I started receiving checks from Young Living. And it was like, thank you for referring your aunt. Thank you for referring your mom. Thank you for referring your friend. And I was like, whoa. And before you know it, I was able to cover my monthly order every month. Because in the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't know if I have extra money, you know. But I really needed the product for my issue. So Young Living was able to send me these checks that were covering my orders. Now it's grown to the point, because I've helped so many people, that it's covering some of my bills, and it's growing and growing and growing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is real, you guys. Like, the power of sharing and helping others. Exactly. It's like such an awesome concept that you are elevated and you raised by helping other people.
And, you know, that's always really what I've been about. But
community commerce.
You
know, it's like, it's incredible. It's like, think about if you wanted to get your hair cut or something, you would call me up, or someone who lives closer to you probably, and you would say, I love your haircut. Who did your hair? You know, that's what we did before there was commercials with actors. We would call our friends and say, what do you use? Word
of mouth is so powerful, definitely. So
so, and it's something you would do naturally anyway. You know, like if you went and saw the best movie you ever saw, and you're telling your friends, chances are the movie theater's not going to send you free tickets. It would be totally awesome if they did, but chances are they're not going to. But let's pretend that they did. Hey, you're going to take that, right? Yeah, that's awesome. It's not why you told them about the movie, but you're still going to tell them. So, hey, you know what? If you join Young Living, you love the products, they're working so great for you, and you're getting awesome results, and you don't want the referral checks, donate it to your favorite charity, your nonprofit organization, you know, whatever. So maybe there's a child that needs something, you know. So
you never know.
Whatever you do, that's up to you. But we just want to let you know of the opportunity and the power of sharing and helping others, because it's been so real in my life, it's becoming real in Amy's life, and we just want to get the message out there to people. There's hope for wellness, purpose, and abundance, and that's Young Living's calling.
Yeah, that's what I feel like too, is that so many people, you know, when I work, you know, tarot cards, or, you know, do sessions, or just talking to people in general, a lot of people have lost hope, you know. A lot of people have lost faith in a lot of the infrastructure and a lot of things that we have set in place, such as, you know, our healthcare industry and just society as a whole has just been deteriorating. And, you know, I'm so glad that I can meet positive people that can, you know, contribute to, you know, bringing some of that hope and that wellness back, that, you know, maybe we can make a difference, and we can, you know, let people know about what these products have done for us. And, you know, that's all we can do. And, you know, there'll always be people out there that, you know, these products might not work for, or it's not for them. But, you know, for a lot of people, you know, it's really been the difference in their lives. And there's tons of testimonies online about people who have had, you know, problems and other issues, and they've came to Young Living, and there are a lot of testimonies out there where there was no hope, where Young Living has provided hope for those people. So
yep, that's usually what happens. We see it all the time. Myself and many friends of mine that I've met through doing this is they were given no hope in their health. They had tried everything else. They came to this as a last-ditch effort. Within 6 months, they're thriving. They've been the best they've ever been their whole lives. And now they're sharing just as a result of being so well and healthy. And, you know, some people are retiring from their jobs. It's like, you know, it's whatever you want it to be, you know, so it's incredible. But, you know, here's what you would get this is 10 oils right here, but you would get in the premium starter kit, the 11 oils, the diffuser, the 2 Ningxia Red samples, and you actually do get a sample packet of the Thieves Household Cleaner as well. That's a new thing.
Okay.
So,
right, yeah, that's definitely cool.
So you will get to try, you know, don't use that Lysol and Windex and stuff. Try the Thieves Household Cleaner. They'll give you a sample with that as well. And how awesome is our community?
Yeah, I literally, since I've joined Young Living, like I'm literally in so many groups that I can't even keep up half the time. They're so willing to help people, and I just love it because anytime like I have a problem or if I want to know how to use the oils or what blends to use or how to, you know, just any information I need about them, I know that my team is there for me. You know, I can go online to our Facebook groups and, you know, ask questions and do videos, and everybody has just been totally awesome. That was one of the biggest reasons why that I chose to come with this Young Living team, because I had, you know, I had other opportunities to join other teams and other companies, but I found the network was really where my money was best invested in, and just to have that collective thought and that collective knowledge just at my disposal was just not something you can find anywhere, which is really something I feel distinguishes this team apart from the many other Young Living teams that are out there.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if you join us, I wouldn't know Amy if it wasn't for Young Living. You know, I come from Long Island, and I wouldn't have met her, you know, like there's so many, like now really close friends that I could say I would not know them at all. And they're like really close friends of mine now, that if it weren't for Young Living and this team, because, you know, they only crossed my path for that reason. And now it's become like great friendships, and you meet other people and connect with them. And like I said, we're in every state in the country, and we're in 36 countries. So just our team alone. So don't think like, oh, well, I don't live on Long Island or I don't live in the Poconos. That's okay, because we're a community of people all around the world, and we have training websites. We have team websites. They'll teach you how to use the products, the power of sharing, wellness, purpose, and abundance. We're all a phone call or a text away, or an iChat, or, you know, we're all in the Facebook groups. We have private groups just for our community alone. So it's awesome. Yeah. So.
But I mean, we've been on for, you know, a good hour now, and just kind of flying through that. That was like that. So I guess with that being said, I mean, I think we pretty much covered everything.
We did. So. That was the premium starter kit for the oils one in a nutshell. So if you want to get it, you can go to youngliving.com, and we'll post the link.
Yeah, I'll post the link, and we'll post up all the information.
Post up the link. It's youngliving.com. You click on Become a Member, and it's so easy. You just fill it out, and then it's sent, boom, right to your door. You get your kit right mailed to you. And then we could add you to the Facebook groups. You may also check out seedtoseal.com for more info on Young Living. And also check out our team site, which is tryharmonyoilers.com. And the password's Oilers1. And we'll post all the links for this.
Yeah, definitely. Everything's on there. So I thank everybody who joined us today. You know, if you came in and just stopped by real quick and left, that's cool too. I'm glad to have brought some people in. I hope that we shared knowledge with everybody. And, you know, feel free to reach out to me, crystalvibewithmytribe.com. You know, I'll be able to answer any questions for you about Young Living, okay? All right, guys. Well, take care.
Have a great night.
Bye. Take care.